As we begin, we wish to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is Treaty 6 territory and a traditional meeting ground and home for many Indigenous people, including the Cree, the Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, and Nakota Sioux. Welcome to Westwood Unitarian. We are one of many Unitarian Universalist congregations here in Canada and throughout the world. We are a welcoming community, regardless of your faith, of where you were born, your wealth, or the direction of your affections. We are glad that you have joined us today. My name is Margret Schubert, and my pronouns are she and her. I'm your service leader today. Many thanks to our Zoom tech people. We have Julie, Lorian, and Bill online, and our accompanist this morning is Janice Reynolds.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Willett, pronouns she and her, and I'm your lay chaplain. And it is my honor this morning to be able to conduct our latest new member recognition ceremony. Westwood's purpose is to be a compassionate community of free religious thought, inviting all people to rest, grow, and serve the world. In this ritual, the Westwood community welcomes new members as they make the commitment to join our community and our Unitarian Universalist denomination. We also recognize membership changes, and we remember those that we have lost. Every ritual is an opportunity, not only for those named, but for each of us present to hear these words with fresh ears and to reflect on our own personal commitments to our Westwood community. Becoming a member involves thoughtful consideration, getting to know the community, learning about Unitarian Universalism, choosing how best to contribute to the community, whether that be talent, time, or treasure, or some combination thereof, receiving affirmation from the Board of Trustees, and today, in our member recognition ceremony, entering into a covenant with the whole community. And today, we are honored to welcome 2 new members. Gray Jones. Yep. Gray, would you introduce yourself, please?
But I've had contact with Unitarian for years. I've had friends in it, and I've gone to churches. And now at this stage in my life, it's a good matrix for where I'm at. So I'm very thankful to be here. I was introduced by Dave Williamson. Thank you.
Thank you, Gray. Our other new member who's joining us this morning, well, I'll call him by his real name. This is Stuart Paget. Stuart, do you have a few words?
Not really, but I will. I'm also called Katie's dad. Yeah. I've been coming here since January, and I've been enjoying it. So that's it.
Yeah, perfect. In this service, we also mark the passing of those who have died since our last ceremony. We mourn the loss of Fred Radford, Paula Ulrich, and Mary Wood. Fred was a longtime member of one of our chalice circles. And Virginia Gillespie is also a chalice circle member, and she's going to light a candle of remembrance for Fred. Paula Ulrich was a member of that same chalice circle for many years, and her husband, Carl, will light a candle for her. And Mary Wood was a member here for many years. Some of you would remember her incredible fiddle and violin playing, and her husband, Dean, and her son, Andrew. They're here to light a candle for her. These 3 people are still very much members of our community in our hearts, just as they are part of our candle tree. On to new membership now. Choosing to become a member of the UU community is an act of commitment to help support the work of this community and to be open to asking this community to also help you in your life and in your growth. We hope that you will find within this group a place where you can bring your concerns and your celebrations, Gray and Stuart, where you will know that other hearts hear and understand. We hope to be a place for the unfolding of your spirit and the expanding of your mind. And we work to be a place where you can bring your ideas and your gifts to add to the fulfillment of the purpose of this community. And now the community gathered on Zoom and here in person have a few words for you. And that'll be the next 3 slides, everybody. We'll say it together. We welcome you into our beloved community and into the larger circle of Unitarian Universalism and our liberal religious heritage. We welcome the inheritance that your unique life experience will bring to our community. We look forward to knowing you better and you us as we journey forward together. Gray and Stuart, would you please stand? Do you, Gray, accept the blessings and responsibilities of membership here in the free religious community of Westwood Unitarian? He said yes. Do you, Stuart, accept the blessings and responsibilities of membership here in the free religious community of Westwood Unitarian?
Absolutely.
He also said yes. Thanks, guys. And now everyone, including Gray and Stuart, we have a few more words to say together. We journey forward, creating our history together as a community of people who create open spaces for the growth of the free spirit and the free mind. In doing so, we apply our gifts in the transformation of ourselves, our community, and our world. In the covenant of fellowship and love, we unite to promote spiritual growth and ethical commitment, to minister to each other's needs and to those of humanity, to celebrate the sacred moments of life's passage, and to honor the divinity within each of us. And I invite our president, Lorian Kennedy, on behalf of the Westwood community, to extend a word of friendship and a token of light on behalf of all of us.
We offer this light from our Westwood community to enliven and sustain the light within you. At this time, I invite you to sign our Westwood membership book. There, and I'll shake your hand too.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
Here, okay, shake her hand. Okay, there, yeah, okay. And then we like this, I think, yes, we do. And, oh, there's so many moving parts in this. And then we have you sign the yes. You can do it, little candle. Oh my goodness. We'll just leave this bit here now, and at the end of the service, coming back and this yours.
It's in my bag.
Right on.
Now, Stuart, we offer this light from our Westwood community to enliven and sustain the light within you. And I invite you to sign our Westwood membership book.
So we'll come back here, she has to shake your hand.
Oh, yes, shake my hand. Yeah.
Okay?
I welcome
And
Stuart.
I'll carry the candle over for you. Welcome to Thank you all. We warmly welcome our new members, Gray and Stewart, and hold those who are no longer with us close in our hearts, minds, and memories. During the social time following the service and during the potluck, we invite all Westwoodians to please take time to introduce yourself and personally welcome Gray and Stewart into Westwood membership.
In Canada, when we pause on November 11th to remember the armistice of World War I, we're acknowledging suffering, courage, nationalism, and sacrifice. But we're not actually remembering the end of war. Armistice itself is not the end of war. It's only a halt to hostilities while everyone tries to negotiate a more persevering peace. That came off of a website written by, Impactus website written by Phil Wagler. During the beginning of November, and especially on Remembrance Day, we are remembering soldiers, Army personnel, and others who have fought, worked, and died on behalf of us as Canadians to make the world a better place. We are eternally grateful for their service. We will now have a story of all ages entitled Peace, and it's by Baptiste and Miranda Paul.
Peace. Peace is a hello, a smile, a hug. Oh. Ah, okay. Okay, Carol, there you go. Peace can be bold or quiet and snug. Peace is pronouncing your friend's name correctly. Peace means we talk to each other directly. Peace can begin with a laugh and a love wave and grow into actions remarkably brave. Peace comes from giving far more than you take. It's something we work toward. It's something we make. Peace is on purpose. Peace is a choice. Peace lets the smallest of us have a voice. Peace follows, I'm sorry, can let differences live. It spreads and it strengthens when hearts can forgive. Peace is a pillow that softens our sleep. Peace pulls us through darkness and up from the deep. Peace is old like the stars and new as a birth. And if we embrace it, peace cradles the earth.
Please join us in singing song number 162, Gonna Lay Down My Sword and Shield. So you're going to play it through once and an introduction. Okay, and then please rise in body and or in spirit.
Down my sword and shield, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Lay down my sword and shield, down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. 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 I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna shake hands around the world, down by where I roam.
As is tradition in our communities, I invite you to come forward to light a candle of concern or celebration. Please speak into the mic. I guess we'll go back to that mic there. Please speak into the mic and hold it close to your mouth and like standing out if possible. Say what you need to say and then proceed to light your candle as the next person comes forward to speak. I will light a final candle to represent the thoughts that we are holding inside of us in our hearts. Okay, could we have the affirmation up, please? May the light of these candles inspire us to use our power to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to serve the spirit of truth in loving affection and trusting hope. Each week during our Sunday service, we take a few minutes to acknowledge the gifts we both bring to and receive from this compassionate community. Gifts of talent, time, and treasure. Today we are blessed with the musical presence of Janice, as well as the gifts of time and service from those who plan, greet, coordinate our sound and video systems, and clean up after. If you wish to make a gift of treasure, the information for doing so is on the right-hand side of the slide. All right. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. And we're going to keep singing. I'd like you to join together in singing song number 100, I've Got Peace Like a River. Please rise in body or in spirit. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got Our speaker this morning is a professor of English literature at Grant MacEwan University. He has led many other services here at Westwood about Pete Seeger. We have learned about the history of Pete Seeger's songs, messages contained within them, and have had the good fortune to sing along with Robert singing and guitar playing. This morning, continuing along with the theme of Pete Seeger's activism, Robert Wiznura is providing us a service entitled Peace.
This is actually the entire, what are we called now? The Sunday morning Unitarian Universalist team. This is really all of us together. It's inspired by, in the early 1970s during the Vietnam War, Allen Ginsberg organized read-ins for peace. So that's kind of what we're doing. And I'm going to actually start with a really old one. It's 2,700 years old. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. That's from Isaiah, and of course we just were singing that with down by the riverside. For this read-in, I want you to think of Thich Nhat Hanh, where he talks about peace is every step. That often we think, I've been blessed not to have to worry about drones attacking our farm and so on. But peace is obviously much more than that. And that's one of the things I want to reflect on today. And I want you to notice the silences, because war is very noisy. So the silences during the service. And when you're listening to the poetry that we're all going to be reading, don't worry about catching everything. An indigenous poet once was telling my students, she was reading, and she said, you will get what you need to hear. It might just be a line, it might be a phrase, it might be a passage, but just allow it to happen. Okay, so the first one is Wilfred Owen, the World War I poet. Anthem for Doomed Youth. What passing bells for these who die as cattle? Only the monstrous anger of the guns. Only the stuttering rifle's rapid rattle can patter out their hasty orisons. No mockeries now for them, no prayers nor bells, nor any voice of mourning save the choirs, the shrill, demented choirs of wailing shells, and bugles calling for them from sad shires. What candles may be held to speed them all? Not in the hands of boys, but in their eyes shall shine the holy glimmers of goodbyes. The pallor of girls' brows shall be their pall, their flowers the tenderness of patient minds, and each slow dusk a drawing down of blinds.
Poem by Muriel Rukeyser. I lived in the first century of world wars. Most mornings, I would be more or less insane. The newspapers would arrive with their careless stories. The news would pour out of various devices, interrupted by attempts to sell products to the unseen. I would call my friends on other devices. They would be more or less mad for similar reasons. Slowly, I would get to pen and paper, make my poems for others unseen and unborn. In the day, I would be reminded of those men and women, brave, setting up signals across vast distances, considering in a nameless way of living of almost unimagined values. As the lights darkened, as the lights of night brightened, we would try to imagine them, try to find each other, to construct peace, to make love, to reconcile, waking with sleeping, ourselves with each other, ourselves with ourselves. We would try by any means to reach the limits of ourselves, to reach beyond ourselves, to let go the means to wake. I lived in the first century of these wars.
Making Peace by Denise Levertov. A voice from the dark called out, "The poets must give us imagination of peace, to oust the intense, familiar imagination of disaster. Peace, not only the absence of war, but peace, like a poem, is not there ahead of itself, can't be imagined before it is made, can't be known except in the words of its making. Grammar of justice, syntax of mutual aid, a feeling towards it, dimly sensing a rhythm, is all we have until we begin to utter its metaphors, learning them as we speak. A line of peace might appear if we restructured the sentence our lives are making, revoked its reaffirmation of profit and power, questioned our needs, allowed long pauses. A cadence of peace might balance its weight on that different fulcrum. Peace, a presence, an energy field more intense than war, might pulse then, stanza by stanza into the world, each act of living one of its words, each word a vibration of light, facets of the forming crystal.
Now you get to sing. It's not hard. Rebecca, you have to be up here for after the first verse. She's going to sing a descant. She's going to be all complicated. Peace, peace will come. Let it begin with me. Just try that. Peace, peace will come. Let it begin with me. We need peace. Let it begin with me. Oh, my own life is all I can hope to control. Oh, let my life be lived for the good of us all. Let it bring peace, sweet peace. Peace will come. Let it begin with me. Peace, peace will come. Let it begin with me. We need peace. Let it begin with me.
This is the poem The End and the Beginning by Wiznura Szymborska. After every war, someone has to clean up. Things won't straighten themselves up after all. Someone has to push the rubble to the sides of the road so the corpse-filled wagons can pass. Someone has to get mired in scum and ashes, sofa springs, splintered glass, and bloody rags. Someone must drag in a girder to prop up a wall. Someone must glaze a window, rehang a door. Photogenic it's not, and takes years. All the cameras have left for another war. We'll need bridges back and new railway stations. Sleeves will go ragged from rolling them up. Someone, broom in hand, still recalls how it was. Someone else listens and nods with unsevered head. But already there are those nearby starting to mill about who will find it dull. From out of the bushes, sometimes someone still unearths rusted out arguments and carries them to the garbage pile. Those who knew what was going on here must make way to those who knew little and less than little. And finally, as little as nothing. In the grass which has overgrown causes and effects, someone must be stretched out, blade of grass in his mouth, gazing at the clouds.
This last one is by Robert Pinsky. It's called Stupid Meditation on Peace, and he discusses our reluctance at times for peace. And it starts with a quote from Gerard Manley Hopkins. He does not come to coo. Insomniac monkey mind ponders the dove, symbol not only of peace, but sexual love, the couple nestled and brooding. After coupling, the human animal needs the woman safe for 9 months and more. But the man, after his turbulent minute or two, is expendable. Usually rash, reckless for defense, in his void of redundancy, willing to death and destruction. Monkey mind envies the male dove, who equally with the female secretes pigeon milk for the young from his throat. For peace, send all human males between 14 and 25 to school on the moon, or better yet, Mars. But women too are capable of unpeace. Yes, and we older men too, venom throats. Here's a great comic who says, on our journey we choose one of two tributaries, the river of peace or the river of productivity. The current of art, he says, runs not between banks with birdsong in the fragrant shadows. No, an artist must follow the stinks and rapids of the branch that drives the millstones and dynamos. Is peace merely a vacuum, the negative of creation, or the absence of war? The teaching says peace is a positive energy. Still, something in me resists that sweet milk. My mind resembles my restless, inferior cousin who fires his shit in handfuls from his cage. We're going to finish with a traditional moment of silence.
We are going to be singing 166 Years Are Coming. So please rise in body and or in spirit.
We're going to finish a cappella. Are we going to get the words on the screen? You all know this. We're going to sing it a cappella, and I've changed the lyrics a little bit because when Pete wrote it, women didn't fight. And also it was very heteronormative when he wrote it, so I've expanded the lyrics a little bit. Okay, so, but you all know it. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young folks have picked them, every one. Oh, when will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young folk gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young folk gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young folk gone? They've taken spouses, every one. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the spouses gone? Long time passing. Where have all the spouses gone? Long time ago. Where have all the spouses gone? They've gone for soldiers, every one. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? They've gone to graveyards, everyone. When will we ever learn? When will we ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? They've gone to flowers, everyone. When will we ever learn? When will we ever learn?
If there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace between neighbors. If there is to be peace between neighbors, there must be peace in the home. If there is to be peace in the home, there must be peace in the heart.